Hello and welcome to Gabe's Games. Thank you so much for coming to me play some more of the Mass Effect Legendary Edition today. I'm gonna get into it. So, I have basically played ahead a little bit, not recording it, and taken out the second Crime Lord because that's the other thing that I did when I originally started playing this, and I recorded 6 hours, and then my PS5 was giving me problems, so I reset my PS5 and started the whole game over. So now, while I wasn't recording, I just played and I defeated the second Crime Lord, which means that I can now just go and talk to the boss Crime Lord and solve it there. So basically, I played a little bit and I didn't record it, and now I have caught up to where I was before. So that's really good. Now I just need to go and actually confront the crime boss. And you guys haven't seen me taking out that boss the second time I did it. I think I recorded it the first time. Anyway, I defeated one crime lord. When I restarted this whole thing, I've done the second crime lord now, and I'm going to go and actually talk to Helena Blake. The Horse Nebula Fortuna system, Horsehead Nebula. So let's go to the Fortuna system in the Horsehead Nebula. And that way, I'll have finished that side quest. Fortuna system, Horsehead Nebula. Horsehead Nebula. Not Vermeer. Fortuna system. Gemini Sigma. Am I missing something? Let me just quickly have a look at my journal again. Go to the Fortuna system in the Horsehead Nebula. Yep. Gemini Sigma cluster. Ming. I'm so confused. Oh, is it not? No. Let me just find it. I don't know why I can't find it. Fortuna system, Horsehead Nebula. Okay. Local cluster. Artemis Tau. Asteroid. Horsehead Nebula. That's what it is. I just thought that... thought it was something else. All good. Fortuna system in the Horsehead Nebula. Okay. Alright. So now let's go and confront Helena Blake. Woo! And let's quickly have a look at our Paragon. We should be able to Paragon check this conversation, like, I'm fairly sure. Okay, let's go to map. We want to go straight to there. I really like the look of this remaster. It looks good, guys. Cool! Boom. normally play through Mass Effect, I don't actually do any of the side quests, I don't do any of those missions. But I think that this time I'm going to try and complete most of the side quests, if not all of this game as I play through it, because I really want to experience this remaster properly. I want to see what it's all about. And I'm really liking it so far. It's a very, very good remaster. Woohoo! So yeah, we're gonna go and confront Helena Blake, and she's totally the actual bad guy. So we're gonna see how this conversation goes, and hopefully I now have a high enough Paragon score to Paragon check literally every single conversation I can meet. I was so surprised that Zoo's Hope had such a high Paragon requirement to stop Ethan from doing his thing. So let's see if this works.
Hello again, Commander Shepard. I owe you a debt of gratitude. With my former partners dead, this syndicate is now mine. I could not have done it without you.
I'm not done yet.
I killed them because they deserved it. Now I'm placing you under arrest.
Surely you don't think that necessary.
I'm not too sure the criminals deserved it. I don't know anything about them, ultimately.
Itself to gambling and smuggling illegal technologies. These crimes are hardly worth your time. If you press the issue, my assistants are very well equipped.
Yes, I can Paragon check this. Walk away.
This gang has a reputation for drugs and slaving. It's too late to change that.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps this organization has been so tainted by those two idiots that it cannot be redeemed. If I disband the gang, I walk away freely. I have not come so far to be arrested. I would die before going to prison. I would most certainly kill before going to prison. Now, do we have a deal?
Yes.
You're free to go. I don't ever want to see this gang again. If I do...
You won't. I'm not so foolish as to break my word to a Spectre. Now, if you'll excuse me, my men become nervous in the presence of law enforcement agents.
Yes!
Goodbye, Shepard.
I did it! Ha ha! Alright, so I Paragon checked that conversation. Hey criminals, you don't want to talk to me? Fair enough. You're nervous in the face of me? Let me see if there's anything here that I can get anyway. Let's just check the building. Opening this. Cryo rounds. I much prefer Mass Effect 2's incendiary round system. It makes a lot more sense. It's a lot easier to use as well. So here we go! I should be able to Paragon check most conversations in this game now. Should be. Alright. I feel like they're actually just frozen. Alright, let's have a look here. Exoskeleton. Alright, that's all good. Let's head back. This is going to be a shorter video today. Basically, I just confronted Helena Blake. Paragon checked her conversation. So that's all good. And she's going to disband this group. And I'm sure I'll see her in Mass Effect 2 or 3 now. Alright, thank you. You're not talking to me? All good. Exit building. We're going to head straight back into the Normandy. And I'll have a chat with Liara because I'm probably going to romance her in this. So let's go and talk to Liara, who is downstairs in Legion's room in Mass Effect 2. Hey, Charquas. Here we are.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Tell me more about you.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself.
You're alright,
in the
Liara.
process.
You're fine.
As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
Fair enough. What about now?
Has your opinion changed at all?
It has. I have been watching you and your crew. It has taught me a lot about your species. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
Yeah. Tell me how.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
You're absolutely right. But me.
Why me?
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you.
That's
The
a
best
pretty
of what
cool
humanity
compliment.
has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You could have asked. Although I don't mind the
You
other
didn't need to
options.
go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander.
Nah,
After
you're
our last
fine,
conversation,
Liara.
I was afraid I would say something stupid again.
You're
I
absolutely
wanted to know
fine.
more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
I want to believe that.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on your feelings.
Aww.
I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
It's not serious, and I'm not even going to go, you're female.
The Lieutenant and I are just friends. Nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. What
Aww.
about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that
Okay, so this is the point where I decide to romance Liara, or not romance Liara, but I'm going to quickly talk about the options that you can have in Mass Effect. So, you can't really romance Liara in Mass Effect 2 if you romance her in 1. So there's a period where you guys connect in Mass Effect 2, but it doesn't really build into anything other than, oh, I've missed you. And in Mass Effect 3, that's when your romance with Liara really hits the ground running. But she is one of the better romance options in this game. If you romance anybody else in Mass Effect 2, I don't think the romance carries over to Mass Effect 3. From memory, it's been a couple of years since I played this game. But what I think is probably the best option is to romance Liara. Because there's nobody in Mass Effect 1 that I really want to romance. I've done a Garrus romance in one of my playthroughs of Mass Effect, and that was really wholesome, and I thought it was great, and that was awesome. So I think that this time it's going to be Liara, because that's the most wholesome romance I can get. And romancing Ashley isn't bad, but also Ashley does something pretty atrocious in this game to me. So I'm going to say I'm attracted to you, and we're going to romance Liara! We're doing it!
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange?
Well, we went through a
Why
lot
do I
together
feel
already.
So close to you. We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species.
Aww.
Nothing in common. This makes no sense.
Aww.
This makes no sense. 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 This
Let's actually say, well, at least we have one thing in common.
Saren wants both of us dead. That's something.
That is not the most romantic reason, is it? You make it all sound
No.
so dangerous.
I'll protect you.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to...
Alright.
I need some time.
I understand.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
Okay.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
So, I am going to romance Liara in Mass Effect 1. Probably going to say hi to her in Mass Effect 2 as the Shadow Broker, and continue that romance in Mass Effect 3. It's probably one of the more complete romances you can actually have in this game as well, because it carries over from game to game really well. And I feel like the romance options in Mass Effect 1 aren't as good as I want them to be, and in Mass Effect 2 and 3, they really pick up. Alright! Well, I think I'll finish this video here! Thank you so much for watching! Please like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate that if you can. I'm going to continue getting through this game, one video at a time. Thanks for watching, see you next time in Games.